Hey all, this is Andy. So I'm going to be talking about constant beam rackets and some of the rackets that I've had in my bag over the last few weeks. So first of all, what's a constant beam racket? And simply put, it's a racket that has the same big beam thickness all throughout the racket. So all the way from the handle through the top, all the way around, right? And sort of through experience, I've noticed that I've gravitated towards these. I feel like they lend to a cleaner hit for me, and I'm not the person who needs a lot of swing speed. I think I actually perform better when I'm doing more of a cleaner, slower swing speed. I do a lot less errors and just kind of keep the ball deep and have the opportunity to get to the net. But here are the rackets that I've personally used and ones that I think you should check out if you like that sort of cleaner hit and the sort of control that a constant beam would give you. So first of all, the Blade V9. This one is quite a powerful racket, I found. It's different from the V7 and the V8, but it's very precise in terms of you sort of know the game you need to play with this to use it well, and that's an attacking game. So V9, good must try. I think for me, I'm going to actually try it again, put a little bit of weight in the handle. I think it'll make it a little bit easier for me to use. Now the Pro Staff, this is a version 14. One that I've really enjoyed, and I found that this is sort of a point and shoot kind of frame. It reminds me of the old Pro Staff 90, and with the old Pro Staff 90, I liked adding a little bit of weight at the tip, so maybe 1.5 to 2 grams, and I felt that helped a little bit with topspin generation. But this one is a very precise racket, and if you have an all-court like game, I definitely like this and would recommend. Now going to the Diadem, so this is a Diadem V3. This is sort of in between a Pro Staff and a Blade, I find. It gives you good spin potential. I think maybe, I'm not sure how to compare it, but the string pattern is definitely more open than either one of these rackets. It's a 1620, and it's one where it's a constant beam as well. Beam thickness is, I believe, 21, so about the same as a Pro Staff, which is a little bit thicker than the Blade. Good overall, and I would say it's a very solid baseline racket. Probably not as good at the net as a Pro Staff, but it's pretty close. But I really like this on kick serves as well, because I feel like the racket head kind of really goes through the ball nicely, and you get easy spin on this. Now let's go in some different order. So Blade version 8. Now this is an interesting racket. I think I've reviewed this a few times on the channel. First time I played with it, I really didn't enjoy it. I thought it was very low powered, underwhelming on the backhand. And then as I played with it more, I realized that yes, it is low powered, and it really forces you to work on your strokes. And once you use the kinetic chain well, then you're able to get some decent power with this and get some decent placement as well. So really good placement. And I feel like if I were a hidden partner for maybe like an up-and-coming junior girl, right? So, or somebody who hits relatively hard and flat, this would be a good frame. In that, like, if I'm getting something that's heavy and spinny, or someone's hitting hard and spinny, then I feel like you could get overpowered with this, and that it doesn't really give you much in stock form. But like if you just need to keep the ball in play and just get every single ball back, and you have something that's within your strike range, then I like the Blade version 8. Now to deal with heavier balls, I've enjoyed adding a couple of grams at the tip and even doing a leather grip as well, and that gives it a little bit more stability and plow through. Now next, let's do next the Slinko. Now, I've had pretty raving reviews about most of these rackets, except for the Blade version 8. It was just more of a nuanced review in that I think it's right for the certain type of players. Now, look at this, the Slinko 1820 whiteout, one that I've really tried to like and tried to love. I think every couple of months I take it out of my demo shelf and I try it again, and the same thing comes back. There's something about it I just don't like. I don't know what it is. It's quite stiff. I have it here with a multi-film in the mains and Slinko, what's the string? Hyper G round in the cross, and it still feels stiff. So there's something up, because this should be a pretty comfortable setup. It's quite underwhelming in terms of the ground strokes. I feel like I think that for this it really emphasizes hitting the ball flat and through the court. And with some of the other 1820s that I've used, so like the Blade V7, like I have the optionality to hit it flat, but I can also generate spin on it. This one I found was harder to generate spin. Maybe the stiffness and the discomfort was what was keeping me from swinging out. But yeah, not sure. I mean, it looks great, lovely looking racket. Specs are right in line with what I like, and I think it's slightly thicker than the Pro Staff and the Blade, but still constant beam. So I thought it should be good, but again, that's why you demo, because you never know. All right, now we're down to 2, and this are I think I did this on purpose. So these are the 2 that I've been using quite a bit lately. So the Shift, the Wilson Shift, the 300, amazing racket. One is very, what do you call it? It's very picky about where you put the weight. If he likes to hit through the ball and like that flatter game and loves to come to the net, I recommend 3 and 9. It gives you tons of plow through. I personally was not able to control my serve with the weight at 3 and 9. I felt like everything was going long. So what I've done is I've put 6 grams in the handle, and I have 4.5 grams at the tip. And this is great for serves. I think I was blasting serves. Really good for my forehand, that I'm getting that stability, but still able to get that whip on my forehand. So lots of topspin generation. It felt like this setup is great for the one-hander with the weight at the tip, and at 3 and 9 is better for my two-hander. So with a one-hander, like the ball kind of just sinks into the string bed and then rockets off. So really good, really fun racket to play with. So highly recommend the Shift. No sense of discomfort at all. And for me, this was interesting because this is a thicker beam than what I normally like. This is 23.5 millimeters, but I felt it was great, and I really enjoyed it, both in stock and in this weighted up version. Now lastly is not a constant beam racket, but it's one that I love playing with. This is my racket bag, so the Head Radical MP. In stock form is playable, not like the Extreme Tour, at least the Graphene 360 version. In stock form, this one I feel like is playable, but I think it really benefits from adding some weight. I've liked adding it at the tip. You can also add it at the sides, but I feel like with this racket, it really wants you to hit with spin. So added some weight at the tip and then some in the base to counteract. Great on serves. I absolutely love this on the serve. My favorite racket by far to serve with, both first and second. And then I'm able to go after my serve, and just really, if I'm able to go after my second serve, that what changes the game for me. So I'm able to get really good spin on this. I have this strung here with K-pop. Not sure that's the best string for this, but it's still relatively good. Two-handed backhand, solid. I'm able to flatten it out well, hit with spin if needed. Forehand, I think this one is pretty solid. you just need to be aware that it can launch sometimes. So either you make sure you focus on the contact and generate enough spin to keep the ball in play, or you might just have to slow your swing speed down and hit a little flatter to control it. But this is definitely a racket that I love to use, very fun to use, and one that suits sort of my all-court game really well. All right, so that was a review of my constant beam rackets and then the outlier, the head radical. But overall, I enjoy the constant beam. And if you want to check them out, they're available at my store, icontennispickle.com. So we're located in Massachusetts. We also have an online presence. And I'm trying to merge my two worlds of personal tennis as well as my corporate tennis. All right, hopefully you enjoy this. Play smart and see results. This is Andy.